Well, it's done. You've been waiting for this. Space Invaders is finished. This is an overhaul, and this ended up costing a customer about $1,200, but I think he'll figure it's well worth it. It is just shimmering. And this one is loaded with new mods we've never done before. The only thing actually we're waiting on are 3 new pop bumper caps, because the original ones are burned and they're out of production. So we're waiting to get 3 caps, but he's going to put them on himself when they arrive. But you know what? Let's go right now to when we started on this project. Stephen is doing extensive repainting here, as you can see. The usual wear. Look at this.
The usual wear. It's gone. Looks ugly. I don't like it.
It does, doesn't it? As you can see, we've already started the LED process.
Hey, Todd?
Yeah. Oh, Tony.
Hey, I want to do some more mods to this, if at all possible.
Oh, sure, sure.
Well, I already put in 2 new ones down here.
Oh,
on
you
side.
drilled extra lights in. Okay,
New
good.
holes there.
Yeah, these were always dark down here, but what else did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking back here to do a couple more back here to really brighten up the back corner.
Okay.
And then possibly even coming in here with maybe some color changers.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you'd have to space it below the rail so the ball couldn't hit it. But once it passes through here, the ball's not going to bounce up.
I'm actually thinking about even keeping it sunk down deep so it's flush, so that there's nothing going on, and maybe even a piece of Mylar over top of it. And that way the light will still shine through, but the ball won't get stuck anywhere.
Well, I guess what you could do is drill the hole and play with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many are you thinking of putting in?
Maybe 4, 2 on each side, and then a couple more up top.
Okay, well, it sounds like a good start. I see, look at you, all the painting you have to do before. So it's coming along nicely. I think the customer will be absolutely thrilled, as we hope he will be. Here's further progress on our Space Invaders. It's really coming along, a lot of new parts. See, we've added the LEDs here and here. Stephen is using artwork so we can match this as close as he can. Okay, Tony, I think it's time you show us what you've done so far.
Yeah, so I put some mods in on this game. I noticed back here it was going to be pretty dark, so I added a light bulb underneath here and under here to really illuminate the blue. Over here, again, there was only 1 light bulb under the slingshot, so I added a second one. Really makes that pop red.
I like how it brightens it up. It really
yeah, on both sides. And then I added color changing LEDs on the bottom here to give it a little bit.
And I see you've added a protection wire too.
Yeah, I saw that the ball does drain down there, and I didn't want to take the chance that the ball will pop up and hit the light.
Very clever.
So a couple holes, put it in there. It's protected.
You are inspiring us all, isn't it? Now, how's that? Now, who's making all that racket? Huh?
You're gonna get a racing stripe.
Did you hear that racing stripe line? Wallace, you're in my way. Get out of the way.
You're gonna get a racing stripe.
He actually had the nerve to give that nice. What? Uh-oh, what's happening over here? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yes, look at that. I gotta show you this. Look. We just started on the Space Invaders. And this is whoever the... look what I knocked my house over. Look what somebody did. Isn't this beautiful? Look, fire. And look, left and right, I would never know. And look, we at least know player 1's the top button. How could somebody do this to a control panel? Ah, anyway, Tony. Yeah. Tony's flustered because I walked away from him. I do that often.
All the time.
Well, it's coming along. I see Stephen is busy working. He had to leave, so he's going to come back tonight. We're going to get this wrapped up, and then we will.
Brand new 50s.
And then now we'll cut back to the finished product. That's quite a change, isn't it? Man, look at this thing. Tony has filled this with all kinds of options, and my artist, who's right there, swing back, he's working on white down right now. That is Stephen. Stephen, look up at least.
Hello.
Look at this. Look. Oh, not bare wood anymore. It's beautiful. all beautifully repainted, and I think the customer who ordered this is going to really love it. And you see our color changing mods. We've added, the lower part of the playfield was always so dark, so with the 2 extra LEDs here and the color changers, we have some super brights scattered throughout. We've also done some changes up top. I'm going to show you now. We're using regular incandescent bulbs to light the infinity lights, but we've LED'd these here. As you can see here, we've got green and we got super bright reds to light the eyes of the Space Invaders. All the displays were ice cold, so obviously we took that apart and redid it. Our logic board's been serviced. There was some battery damage. The customer gave us the machine. It was working, but we had to clean up the acid. You use regular baking soda to neutralize the acid on the board. Under a sink in running water, you clean it all off, and of course you thoroughly dry it. We had to change the sockets. These 2 sockets we had to change, and this one. New lithium battery with easy terminal connects. We had, I think, a total of 9 transistors out on the lamp driver board. This is a Stern lamp driver board that the customer had in the machine when we got it. We have a new capacitor in our solenoid driver. We also had some other minor issues in there. Look, the original tape, the guy said it was okay in 8/31/93, so we left it on. This machine actually came from Terminal Vending in New Jersey. The sticker was still inside the front door. The soundboard has a new filter capacitor, so now that the soundboard makes its own 5 volts and it's now running smoothly. On this, the auxiliary lamp driver, there's so many boards in here. We put a couple of new parts in that too. Also, I want to point out the transformer in this is, they only use this transformer in 2 games, Space Invaders and KISS. It has high output bridges for the lights. There were so many bulbs in here to keep the bulbs nice and bright. That's been rebuilt with new parts. That's running terrific.
Remember your name?
Okay, this is the transformer.
Obviously didn't. Don't cry. Stu! Don't cry.
I'm trying to film. Filming.
I'm trying to work. Thank you.
Work. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to show. Anyway, let's go. This is the customer's transformer. Here are the modified rectifier bridges up here. So it still uses the 2 regular size ones. We get them from Steve Young. They have the real thick bases, and then these take care of the lamp circuit. Now, the wire was very, very bad, so we've run a brand new wire right to the transformer, and we've also put a jumper in here, so we didn't have to depend on the foil anymore on the back side of the board. We also had to change all of the pins. These are brand new connectors here, 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 and then the header pins on the driver board. Now it's going to run forever, especially since we've got the LEDs running all the GI bulbs. But you can still probably cook an egg on this if we put a plate over. You know what? That might be an idea, frankly. Yeah, we could do an omelet real quick. Oh, okay, let's get back.
Back myself up.
Oh boy, Frank. What? Oh, the side art. Gosh, we got to show you how beautiful the cabinet is. Once again, it's a work of art from our Stephen, who is quietly, diligently working on it. Look at how beautiful it is. We didn't have to sandblast it back to nothing. Instead, we cleaned it up, repainted the black. Boy, does it look terrific. Even the sides here. Look at that. Very nice. It's come up very, very, very nice. Now, I don't know if you're aware of this. They got the game all done, and they had it all set up to go. And do you know they discovered with horror that they forgot to put any 10-point switches in the machine? The game was made, and all of a sudden they can't match because the lowest point switch on the playfield's 50 points. It was an uh-oh experience. So the match is obviously from 0 to 9. If it said 7, you'd never have a 7 because your game always ends in 00 or 50. So they have a ROM just used on this one game, and the match is either going to be 00 or 50 to fix that problem. That was a pretty big problem when you think about it. No, not one 10-point switch on the playfield. Isn't that something? No. So anyway, the only other thing I noticed on this, Oh, this game made a terrific amount of money. You saw the wear in the playfield. People loved this game because there were so many neat things to do based on the Midway video game, and obviously a copy of the Ridley Scott's Alien. That's for sure. Yeah, that was. Hey, I didn't even think that. We're working on the Space Invaders. And look, brand new drop targets from Steve Young. Look, it has the gold foil on them. Beautiful. And of course the target over here is gold bullseye. Now that only goes off when you see that light flash, and that happens randomly as you play the game. That's my only complaint. It makes this horrible high-pitched scream when it goes around there. Of course you do have to try to hit all the invaders. No, Steven, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like your ex-wife screaming your name for you to come home.
Sorry with that. At least I'm not still married to her.
Anyway, every time you go around the loop, you move up your bonus. See how nice and smooth that is? Oh, you know what? They had another mod to make it harder. It actually came in a little bag. You took these little ones out and you put regular size posts in. So it was harder to fit in that hole. But the regular posts were in it and we left that alone. I thought there was something else important on this game. Oh yes! Listen. Do you hear that? There's an end of stroke switch. Oh, there it goes again. Here, let's go around and collect it. There we go. Yeah, I got my bonus. And then the best part is you get all the bonus and it's still there. Anyway, look, I was showing you this. This is called the blast sound. A lot of people found that annoying. So when you hit the flipper, you got the blast sound. Switch 8 on the logic board turns it off, so you don't have to have the blast sound. Well, I think we covered everything. And I think it's time we get this packed away. Let me call Tom.
You're right.
I think we need this packed up because our customer's waiting for it. How about it? See, we just can't stop with the corny stuff. Good night.